Hi, my name is Lauren Rader, and I'm going to be talking about why you should read more. My thesis statement is reading is extremely beneficial and necessary because it helps improve comprehension skills, creativity, and cognition in your brain just from leisure reading. So the attention to this problem. So 61% of low-income families have no books in their homes at all. And that's from a study, the reading literacy in the United States. And I will be speaking about why it's so important to have books in your home and why reading is extremely important in the development of young children and in your adult life as well. The study of literature expands our unique and personal lives by making our own the great variety of human responses to the cosmos and that never-ending personal and general struggle of free will against necessity. That's pretty much just a big quote talking about how it's so important to expand your knowledge base and expand the way you think, and reading helps you do that. So the needs. My statement is we are losing our ability to comprehend and analyze the way we should because we are not seeking knowledge through reading. Reading is extremely important. It should be held up as a valuable responsibility, I think. And so not seeking out reading is like coming to a dead end and just standing there and not doing anything about it. So when you seek a dead end, you seek new ideas and figure out ways to overcome reading. So my evidence, on average, children in economically depressed communities have 0 to 2 age-appropriate books in their home. And that's crazy because I have about 6 million right here. So it's just extremely important, especially when you're young, to develop that knowledge base. By the age of 2, children who are read to regularly display greater language comprehension, larger vocabularies, and higher cognitive skills than any of their peers. And that's from the top literacy statistics of 2019. That's the most current that they have, just because it is the middle of the year. Needs, continued. This definitely could affect how you are cared for in your old age. So the younger generation, if they're not being brought up with books, then they're not going to be seeking out different knowledge. They're not going to be becoming experts in their field. And this could definitely have an effect on you as a human being. I wrote down a little anecdote of how you wouldn't want somebody doing surgery on you if they were knowledgeable enough to complete the task. So it's just like that. And some statistics on that, employers rank reading and writing as high as other skills that they would be looking for in specific jobs, such as like construction management. You would want to be able to manage a construction crew, but they want reading and comprehension at the top because you can't really manage people if you don't know how to read. 1 in 5 workers read at a lower skill level than their job requires. So that's insane, and that came from To Read or Not to Read in 2008. That's a report written on statistics about different comprehensions in high schools and in different job opportunities as well. The satisfaction. My ultimate goal is to make sure you understand how important reading is. I believe that when it is utilized, it can provide great opportunities for you in your workforce, in your personal life. And I think that regularly reading can increase your cognition and sharpen your skills of decision-making, comprehension, and creativity, because that is very important. Jobs aren't just looking for if you can read. They want you to analyze documents. They want you to look at things comprehensively. So I believe that any learning or reading you do is beneficial. And I have research, I looked at research, and it showed that leisure reading and analytical reading activated 2 different parts of the brain, but it still was used for cognition. So, references to practical experience. So Natalie Phillips, she's an English scholar, and she worked with a bunch of Stanford neurobiologists and radiologists to prove that reading has benefits. And they found that reading for pleasure and then analytically, they conclude that paying attention to literary texts and requires coordination of multiple cognitive functions. So even reading for pleasure activates the brain, and that's John in 2013. I understand that since some people, you can't really feel your brain expanding with knowledge, so they don't think that it's beneficial to read, but honestly, just reading 10 pages a day would be really important to do for your brain, just exercising your brain like you're exercising your body. So, visualization, trying to see the picture concretely. So how much would that change our workforce and our expertise if people weren't actively seeking out knowledge? So this would have a huge effect on our future. I think this would make a big impact on the way people think. If you can imagine a world without books, I can't, because I don't understand how anybody could not want to read and seek out further knowledge. This is why understanding that literature is extremely necessary is important. Not being able to increase your knowledge base just means that it's a standstill. Action. So, taking action against this. So, do you want to change the way we're living? Reading is a huge part of changing your lifestyle. You can integrate it into many different things in your family life, in your personal life, your professional life. So when others are more knowledgeable about even small things, this can make a huge impact because you have groups coming together making decisions and making different reports. A group was about 89% smarter than one person who didn't have any expertise. So you don't want to miss out on this revolution of knowledge. Reading is extremely important, and I think it's definitely a game changer. To conclude, I know when I read, I kind of get taken to a different place. So it bubbles up in your brain, and I think those bubbles are knowledge and creativity. Even if we start small, the smallest amount of reading every day can help you improve focus and can create a more intellectual base in your life. And I think it is really important. And I think reading is extremely important, and everybody should take it up. And these are my references that I used. So thank you very much.